Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I start this video at the historic Victorian footbridge in Lowestoft. I need to climb these steps up to Bellevue Park where I'll get a better view of the bridge. At the top of the steps is the Naval War Memorial, which was built in 1953. It's in memory of fallen soldiers of the First and Second World Wars. It's looking very spring-like in the park with the blossom out. And some primroses too. All looking very pretty. The bridge is actually called the Jubilee Bridge to commemorate the Golden Jubilee of Queen Victoria in 1887. It's been closed for refurbishment and repairs for over 3 years, at a cost of £1 million. It does look stunning though. As you enter the bridge, there are 2 plaques. The first one says, "This bridge was presented in commemoration of the Jubilee of the reign of Her Most Gracious Majesty Queen Victoria by William Youngman Esquire, 1st Mayor of Lowestoft." And the other one says, "Opened the 29th of August 1887, being the 2nd anniversary of the grant of a charter of incorporation to the borough of Lowestoft." I've been wanting to come and film this bridge for a while, so the extra 3 years I've had to wait has certainly been worth it. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well worth a visit. Do come and have a look when you're next this way. The stairs are rather steep though, so do be careful. New handrails all the way down make it easier. Next I went on to the docks in Lowestoft, and there's this boat here waiting. I think they come here to be repaired, serviced, etc. And who else thinks this looks like or resembles a railway carriage? No? Just me? Okay. What is it? Most unusual. Looks really good though. Beside the boat I've just shown you is Protector, the Border Force boat. It's always here in Lowestoft. And there's 1 or 2 other boats moored. And it's not just Great Yarmouth who has a new bridge, the Herring Bridge. Lowestoft also has a new bridge. They're just waiting for that section in the middle to complete it. And it's on its way. By the time you watch this, it might even have arrived. The other side of this bridge is this boat, which looks like it has, well, one of the old prefab classrooms on top of the boat. Most unusual. As much as I love the docks, and I could stay here all day, I've got a busy day ahead. I need to get on and move on to the next place. You really never know what you're going to see when you're out and about. And in Capel St Andrew, there is the most spectacular sculpture. The details are just exquisite. Isn't he wonderful? Then on a bit further, no idea where, because I'm totally lost now. I'm in Suffolk. There's this house. And I suddenly thought, oh, that reminds me of Bran Castle, Dracula's castle in Romania. Have I really lost the plot now? Do you think it might do? This is the other side of the building. The main aim of this journey is to find the RSPB place, which has a glossy ibis at it presently on its marshes. The only details I have are that it's near a prison, but right beside a prison. So I found the prison. Well, I thought I'd found the correct prison, but I hadn't. Of course, I'm at the wrong one, and I actually need to be a half a mile down the road at the other one. So I'm at Hollesley Bay prison at the correct place now. And I've got the marshes. I can see the marshes. I know I'm right. You need to make sure you turn left down the dirt track, though. Don't keep on the road and end up in the prison grounds as I did. It's very easily done. And in fact, in a separate part of the prison, the main road runs through the grounds. So it's not a problem. I won't be the first and I won't be the last. So I'm going to start with a coffee. Now, got the prison in the background, and this building in the foreground is the café run by the prisoners. If you go, do go and have a coffee. It's fantastic. It really is. So welcoming. Lovely little cakes we had. Fantastic. Probably the highlight of the day, actually, was going in there and meeting them. So it's open every day. You get a fantastic view of the marshes from inside the cafe. The weather is not very good. And just in case you forget where you are, there's all these signs around. But look, I am where I need to be. So let's have a look and see what I found out on the marshes. So instantly, this is what I spotted from inside the cafe, looking out. A beautiful kestrel. So with coffee now drunk and cake eaten, it's time to get outside and brave the elements. It's very windy, it's bitterly cold, but who cares when you're out with the wildlife on the marshes? The kestrel has flown down to the direction where I'm headed and posing beautifully on one of the nails in that post. In fact, all the posts have nails in them. Is that for the birds to land on? Is that what they like doing? Or what else would perhaps the nails be for? I was quite pleased with my photo, so I say it myself, of the kestrel. So please forgive me for posting lots of them. Beautiful, beautiful bird. You can see all the details of its feathers. I'm actually on my way to going into a bird hide, but of course behind the kestrel is another bird, and of course I'm not going to walk any further and disturb it. I'm going to let it do its thing of searching. Daft, I know. Kestrel's just gone, so let's go into the bird hide. It's a very nice bird hide. So I'm now sat down, sorted myself out, had a look around and just having a look to see what is on the water. Got coots and gulls. As is always the case when I first look out onto the water, I think, oh, there's not much here. And then you zoom in and you have a proper look, or you look through your binoculars, and actually there's quite a lot here. There's shelduck and pintail. Lots of coots. very windy though, and it's very difficult to keep my camera still, so apologies for that. The marshes here are made up of wetland, grassland and coastal habitats. There's also a freshwater lagoon here. When I arrived, there were lots of geese over on the grassy bank by the prison. They're all decided it's either time to fly over the water or to land. I don't know what's making the move. I can't see anything over there, but as you can see, they're all headed my way. Great for photos and filming though. If only they could just slow down a little bit, it might make it a bit easier for me. Be able to see in a couple of seconds how the grassy bank is all empty now. I wonder what it is that makes them all suddenly decide to take off and move elsewhere. It's behaviour I often see in various different places. I told you earlier there were shelduck here, but I think they might be in shovelers now. Here are a few of the photos I've taken of the geese flying over. Not perfect quality. I'm not a trained photographer. I just like to sit and take photos. Same with my filming. Totally self-taught. Just like to film what I see and share it with people. Ah, it might have been a shelduck. Oh dear, honestly. Here's pintails anyway. They've got the lovely pointy tail. I think it might be time to go on to the next place now. Walking along the track back to the car park. And there is the most beautiful herd of deer in the field right beside the pathway. I'm trying to work out what these two birds are, but I can't work them out. Who's chasing who? Do you know? Feel free to tell me if you do. The crow is quietly eating his lunch. It's a bit gruesome, so it's probably just as well I'm far enough away that I can't work out what it is. If you don't like this, just skip on a little bit. I've left the marshes, driven through the grounds of the prison, and I'm now at Shingle Street, which is very isolated. There's not many properties here at all. They are a long way from anywhere, really. Must be absolutely idyllic in the summer. Easy to see why it's called Shingle Street. It's rather rough out to sea. You think we should do? Would you like to walk up to the sea and see how rough it is? Try and get past this sinking mud, sinking sand, and have a look. I'm a bit closer. Still not quite close enough, I don't think. It's quite a distance, actually. You'd be surprised. It's further than it looks. So there you are. This is probably the roughest bit of the sea. I'm glad I'm not out in it. I'm trying to film the blossom and take some photos of it, and then realise that I'm joined by a long-tailed tit. They never stay long in any one place, so they're very difficult to film and take photos of. Lovely, sweet little birds though. And some beautiful turkey tail fungi. Woodbridge now. Let me tell you, Woodbridge is stunning. Oh my goodness. I need to come back here. The BT Tower at Martlesham Heath. I decided not to film in Woodbridge in the end because I'm definitely going to come back, and I'm going to save that and just do it all as one video. I'm on the way home now, and there's a double rainbow, incredibly bright. And you can see the whole rainbow there, whole double rainbow. Just look at how vibrant the colours are. I think taking photos, you always learning every time you take photos. So here I am trying to take photos just of the blossom and blur out the background. Something I rarely, well, never do actually, because I never really knew how to do it until today. So I've had a go. Work in progress, I think we'll say. But, you know, unless you practice, you just won't know, will you? Back to the long-tailed tits. There's just something about this little shed that I love, complete with the steps. So if my son ever watches this, can I have one, please? Could you make me one? Thanks. Since I did that voiceover, I have actually seen my son and I've shown him what I've said in this video. He just smiled and nodded his head, shook his head. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I think that's a no. I think that's a case of mother, honestly. My children make out they don't watch my videos, but sometimes I get an inkling that perhaps they do watch them. I know it's probably not cool having mum being on YouTube. I think they're quite impressed with some of the places I go and film at, though. I hope they are. Anyway, that's just about it. Enough of my ramblings. It's time for me to go. I've got another video I'm making for you. But until then, take care. I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.